Wake up, everybody. It's your girl, Sophie So, back here on Sophia's Football Talk to do another round of Prem Game Day Review. And this one is going to be a tasty one. We have, of course, I had to bring back the guy that you loved. We got Man Like Will to discuss.
Hey!
Yes, big up to Man Like Will to discuss the games. And of course, we shall talk about his Arsenal. Lord have mercy. And Sterling to Arsenal, his toss, because we talked about that last weekend when he was linked to Man United. And I told you guys it wouldn't happen. But here we are. And yeah, and by the way, guys, or before that, you know what? Let me big up to Will for taking the time off to be here on the channel again. Make sure you do subscribe to his channel. Link or his channel, name is in the title, but also in the description box. So subscribe to his channel. Show him some love. Will, how are you, broski? Are you good?
Well, let me first and foremost, I feel better because after what I've been through today, sis, oh my days,
Yeah.
It's been hell. But now overall, I've been great. It's been a long week, but now some Premier League action made me feel a lot better. And also, I do want to thank you again for bringing me back on here. Please smash select to the good sister Sophie again, man. She just hit 3K, so we gotta get her up there again. You know what I mean? She makes excellent content. But yeah, bro, like it's been
Thank you.
it has been a game, bros.
We shall talk about it. Oh, it'll be great. Big up to Sunshine, my sis, my great sis that I've been fortunate to get to know through socials, to the sheer love of Man United and football, across a different continent. Me here in Norway, her in America. She's a great person, so make sure you do subscribe to her channel, and thank you for your wonderful super chat. I appreciate it. Says congrats 3K subscribers, sis. So proud of you. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This is dope. What would make it even better is for us to win against Liverpool tomorrow. But hey, we'll talk about that more so tomorrow. I mean, a preview that I did earlier today with the Liverpool fan Douglas, a great preview. But hey, right now we're focusing on everything but Man United. That's all I'm gonna say. Big up to Ed, who, as you and me was talking off camera, Will, he wants to talk to you about Sterling, and he will, he shall, 100%. Says, hi, Will. Tell Raheem and Arteta I say hi. So happy to see them rekindle their friendship. Oh, we shall 100% talk about that, Ed. Don't you worry. Asna. Don't you worry. 100%. Wow. Big up, sunshine. Big up, big up, big up. But yeah, before we actually talk about the games, deadline day was yesterday. Transfer window is shut, or at least for most of the teams in Europe and stuff like that. But Raheem Sterling to Arsenal. And I want to also hear about your, Arsenal transfer business. Like, give me your honest opinion, Will, of that. Do you think you should have done more?
Yeah. So, oh man. Well, let's to kind of deep dive into Arsenal's transfer business, how I rate it. I honestly, I'd give it a 3.5 out of 10, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. And yeah, let's just be real though, Soph, because while yes, we did bring in Calafiori, which I think is a great signing. Does offer a lot more depth into our already strong back line, and did now put David Raya more now as a permanent signing. We brought in Mikel Moreno as well, and we did bring in Neto from Bournemouth, if I'm not mistaken. But the thing is, the main, I've said this before in a few of my transfer videos that I've done on my channel, was the main priority was to bring in a good forward for Saka to give him like good cover, and we didn't target that. Yes, we were linked to Nico Williams, but he wasn't going to move away. I was very sure that he was going to stay at Atletico Bilbao. I know Barcelona was very keen on bringing him in, but I knew that he wasn't going to budge at all. But again, there was other alternatives out there. I mean, you and I, we kind of discussed this last week as well. I said, go Chiesa, he went to Liverpool. And also Brian Mbuemo as well. He scored a double today against Southampton. And there were so many options that Arsenal could have went after. And it's one of them ones where it just baffles me that Arteta is very, very peculiar and very specific on who he wants, which is also a good thing that you want in a coach. But it can also be a detriment because when push comes to shove, you have to pick a player when it's such like a short time. You know what I mean? Because your squad needs strength in these specific areas. And now, we bring in Sterling, which, given the circumstances, hey, we're kind of in a desperate spot. And Edu Gaspar came out and said, he wasn't on the top of our list, but he was available, and I actually appreciate that level of transparency. So, Chelsea and us splitting the wages 50-50, I'll take that. It's a loan deal. Fair enough, but I'll take whatever I can get at this point. But again,
I hear it.
Poor business, in my opinion. This should have been dealt with first and foremost, and then we could have done with the rest. But yeah, I just expected more.
I hear it because wasn't it Edu who said Arsenal fans, you won't be disappointed by the end of this window.
Yeah,
we're disappointed.
Yeah, we definitely are. Even though there's some Arsenal fans who claim that bringing in Sterling is great. And listen, like at the end of the day, we do have another body in there, which is fine. I get it, but think about this: we loaned out a Reece Nelson to what it was, Fulham, and while granted we're selling players, which is also a good thing, but again, we're not replacing them properly. It's fine if you sell players, but we have to have more incoming players that can fill in those slots. And Arsenal, in my opinion, they failed to really do so. They left it to the last minute, and I think they just took too much time when it comes to negotiating, in my opinion. But.
No, I hear it. Ed here says, jokes aside, Will, I think Sterling looks to be better than Martinelli. Now, technically, y'all could move Trossard or Jesus to be covered for Saka. Yeah, potentially. The thing is, though, Sterling can play both on either side still. Yeah. He can be covered for a Saka, but he can also maybe make that left-hand side his, because Martinelli isn't cooking up trees there either. So the more I think about it, the more I feel like, because I don't think Sterling's not a bad player. I don't think the move to, when he got signed to Chelsea, I was baffled by that move. I didn't even think that was a good move. Not basically for, because he was a bad player, but more so I just didn't understand him going to a Chelsea. That didn't make sense to me, right? So with an Arsenal, it is a way better environment. 100%. That makes.
I completely agree. Yes.
Yeah, I just, the more when I really think about it, it wouldn't make sense for him to come to Man United. Definitely not. But to an Arsenal, he can cook. He has something to prove. He's done what he's done at Man City. Don't get it twisted. Okay. Hey, we will not take anything away from him when it comes to that. But it's just that Chelsea move, maybe for a lot of people, kind of tainted their view on a Sterling. Could he maybe have like a remontada at an Arsenal? Potentially. A Sterling that wants to prove something could cook.
He could cook. And The thing is,
I don't
right?
know.
And despite what I say and like in my stance about Sterling, you know,
Hmm.
he get at the end of the day, he is one of us, and so now
Yeah.
I have to support him. You know what I mean? And I'm hoping he does do this.
Of
Now that
course.
he, and you said it. He left a terrible environment with the Chelsea, which lacks. And I'm sorry for
Hmm.
any Chelsea fans out there. Listen, there is no like you guys have no direction whatsoever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Bringing players left and right and center. It's basically FIFA career mode over there. So for Sterling, for him to come over here, for him, okay, there is something. There is a project here, which makes sense. Okay, I can
Yes.
play here on the left. Perhaps I can play right on the right when Saka's tired. Fair enough. I can get game time here. Um, but my issue is how that front three will be sorted out because
Hmm.
what I saw today against Brighton, I'm not gonna lie, it's just not. It's if and people were telling me, well, what if Saka? Well, I'm not Saka. What if Sterling actually played? Would he have made much of a difference? And
That's so
seeing
true. Yeah.
seeing on that current form, so I just don't think he
I
would have made that much of a difference. And that's just me.
I hear that. Yep. And I think that's a good point because it's like starting right now, you don't know what you're getting. If it
Exactly.
comes with that Chelsea form and he doesn't get the grounds running quickly, then he wouldn't really make a much difference. So I hear it. I do think you should have gotten the striker. Definitely should
Yes.
have been something you should have done because you look at a Man City today, who we will be talking about later, of course, with the Haaland, that prolific striker doing their thing, and they were
Mm.
struggling. They had issues in second half. We're not going to go too much into it now, but Haaland got them over the line, and that's certain games you need that. You need that certain somebody up top to get you over the line. And
Mhm.
Havertz is not that guy for me, you know?
What Havertz is well, Havertz, I think Havertz he has a good eye. To
Mm.
get in, like he has like a good eye, like to get into like the right spaces within the box. The problem is that, and even today, like against Brentford, he could have had at least like 2 goals, like into his name. Um,
Yeah.
it's just he can't. Problem is, I think he just can just fall off. He's just
Yep.
inconsistent at times. Like he can be
I
very
know.
good at one point, and then he just slips out of form. I don't know what it is. And yes, he scored today, but um, again, he I don't know whether it's just maybe just too much in his mind. I don't know what it is, but
Mm.
but here's the thing: like it's easier, I guess, for us as like as spectators, like to
Hmm.
criticize those guys. But the one thing I know about Kai Havertz is that he is a mentality based player, whereas like when he's locked in, he can be a killer, but when he's
Mm.
not in the right space, he's
That's the
just
thing.
he's just like a ghost. You know what I mean?
I completely understand. Yeah. Ed here asks, what's the biggest shock of the window? Is it Sterling to an Arsenal? Is it Tony to a Saudi? Is it Osimhen staying or someone else? What do you reckon, Will, for you?
That's a great question, Ed. I'm gonna be honest.
I agree.
Uh, the shamelessness in me will probably say Osimhen staying because I hate Chelsea, but 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 honestly, I think really like most shocking one for me is probably Scott McTominay going to Napoli. I think that's like the one transfer I didn't think that would happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's interesting for me because for a player like Scott to apply his trade in Serie A, I think is very interesting and like to play under under Conte. I'm very interested to see how that works
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Whether
I'm going to be locked in.
I'm gonna be locked in too because him could like maybe partner up with say what's his name with Anguissa or to work with Labotka. It it's gonna make obviously it's gonna be squad depth, but
Of
it,
course.
it but again it'll be very interesting to see how that
Yeah.
works. and when he was
Yeah,
introduced
exactly.
to, it's crazy.
Yeah, the thing is, though, Antonio Conte is kind of like this is the guy that gets the players that a lot of people might not necessarily rate. Like he won Serie A with Inter, with the likes of Ashley Young at the latter
Mhm.
stage of his career, Darmian, who's very meaty at Man United,
Yeah,
Mkhitaryan, and he got Lukaku cooking, who don't really be cooking for like the big clubs, you know?
for real.
So,
Exactly.
right, like, so I feel like I generally believe Scott McTominay will do very well, you know? He can cook.
I think he will cook in Serie A.
Mm,
I
I
think
think
he'll
so.
I think he'll do bits. He'll do
Yeah.
bits there.
And I'm
I'm
happy for him.
100%.
Like, just because I wanted him to leave Man United doesn't mean that I'm not happy to see him succeed. Like, go on, prosper, spread your wings, Kaka. Go. Come on, man.
But
Yeah.
but but what about you though, Soph? What do you think it has been the most shocking transfer thing in your mind?
You know what? I feel like one of them is like Tony actually going to Al Ahly for me in Saudi Arabia. I was like, Tony, wow. Ivan, why? Yeah, Broski's still young. Why? I mean,
But
go and get your
are
bread. Go. I hear it, but
you really that surprised?
the thing is, maybe I'm surprised because I really wanted him at Man United. That might be that aspect, selfish me, you know, my selfish self that really wanted
Uh,
him to come to Man United. I think that's why, like, so when I actually, saw the here we go and all that, I then know the confirmation of it won't happen. Like it's done. Let it go. That's kind of the sad part for me, at least. Other than that, I'm not gonna lie. Even though I did feel like for the longest that Sterling wasn't gonna come to us, I was shocked when suddenly we were hearing to Arsenal. I was like, huh? Really? That one felt like came out of left field for me. That one, I was like, yo, whoa. Look
it,
at your face, Will.
it's mad still because I thought it was dead. It was dead
Yeah,
at first. Then and I do agree with you. It did caught me a little bit off guard as well.
yeah, yeah.
But when I did see that they were pushing to make it into a loan, like in the last in the last hour of it, I was
Mm,
like, okay, I was like, all right, it makes sense. I mean, because we sold well, like we let go of whatchamacallit Reese, and so we had to bring in another body to apply cover, but
mm-hmm.
like, but for Ivan Tony, I saw him. Well, I was watching the Brentford Southampton game, and he was still in attendance to watch the game. So it's it's a it's a sticky one. You know what I mean? I feel like Tony would have still applied his trade still into the Premier League. I think he would have played for a team like Manchester United and even for like my club. You know what I mean? He would have been dangerous. But I don't know. Listen, do you, bro? If I was in shape and were able to run just like Tony did, I would have taken the bag too. Swear down.
Oh yeah,
So
I'm
fair
not
play.
judging you, Matter. Yeah,
No,
broski. The
not at
thing is
all,
though,
man.
if you're not in that same situation with
Mhm.
those options, you would never know. And the thing is though, when you're there, you can actually make sure that your future grandkids are sorted out. Broski, give me that back. Run that back. Run
Collect the
me
bag.
that back. If there's not many
What do
other
you mean?
options, if the other options are kind of dead, if ain't nobody clubs really coming for me,
Just go for the
baby, let's
bag.
go. Yalla, yalla, let's go. Let's
Show
come
me the
on.
money, man. Just show me the money.
Yes.
Ain't nothing
Come
wrong
on,
with
man.
that. Listen, I want my
Yeah.
kids to get bread. Let them be taken care of. Listen, nothing wrong with it. All right. I give no judgments to that. So
Oh,
fair
no,
enough
no.
to him, man. And I wish him luck. That's all I gotta say.
Exactly. 100%. 100%. The other one, though, pick up to Nehemia. Yeah, I did say he was going to you, but people can be wrong. I was right about Sterling going to, you know, or not going to Arsenal, but not going to Man United. I was right about that. But I was wrong with Sancho going to a Juve. I'm not a fan. I'm not a journalist. I'm not a reporter. I'm just I'm like you people. I have an opinion. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. That's it. That's that. What are you gonna do? Oh yes,
Oh,
this is a good one. And yes, Oscar did he did leave China at 25. Never
mhm.
looked back. His grandchildren's grandchildren will be taken care of. Can't blame players think it's huge. I think when a few years ago I was because literally since it's funny that you mentioned Oscar Ed, I was judging that move. I was judgmental then because I was thinking, why would you to go for the money? Like, why? You're so young. Why wouldn't you go to other, like a proper league, play football, win trophies? But now, as I'm a lot more older, go and do whatever you want to do. If you want to get the bag, go get the bag. Nobody should judge you. Run me to peace. That's all I'm gonna say. I ain't judging.
There's
Now
nothing
as an
wrong with
adult,
it.
you know,
Nothing wrong
more
with it. And
wiser, you know?
no, not at all. And it's funny though, so because like you were
Yeah.
speaking about whatchamacallit, what was it? Oscar at 25 going to the Chinese Super League. And then like I saw earlier Fabrizio like tweeting out, what was it? For anyone who plays football manager, you would know this wonder kid, Marcos Leonardo. I think he left, what was it? Benfica, and then he went to Saudi Arabia too for like bags of money. And the kid is only
Mm,
21 years old. So it's like
wow.
it's when the offer is there, and you're mad
Yeah.
young, you want to be taken care of, just
Yeah.
take it. And fair enough.
Yeah.
I
I
hear
agree.
it.
100%. Exactly. Big up to the people that are here. Big up to the dugout. He was here earlier for the Man at Liverpool preview says evening. Sofia, congratulations on 3K. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, mate. And he's also very close to 3K himself. So make sure you do
Hey,
subscribe to his channel and show him some love. Come on now. Come on now. Big up also to Noah. Thank you for the kind comment. Thank you, Broski. I hope you're doing well. Let's maybe move on to the game. We might as well. So, we need to talk about what happened. I want to hear your thoughts, especially the whole like referee stuff. Like, I was shocked, but just run me through okay, you took off your glasses. Oh, it's serious now. Okay, Will, go, go.
where do I
This is safe
start?
space, Will. Safe space. Ain't nobody gonna judge you here. Maybe a little, but it's fine. Go.
So where do I start, sis, man? Like
Ay, ay,
it's
ay.
first of all, those referees. Uh, what was it? I think the referee was Chris Kavanaugh. Please go back to refereeing school. Go back to refereeing Sunday League, fam, because right now, yeah, for what I saw, that's some fraudulent officiating. Um, Look, let's. I think that like the elephant in the room, yeah, is the whole Declan Rice red card situation.
Yeah.
Yes, Declan Rice, he did touch the ball. He had like a little touch to it with his heel, and he did lose his head a bit. I think the red card, honestly, surprisingly enough, it should have. I think it should have stand in my opinion,
Okay. Okay.
because he shouldn't like you have like once the foul happens, you're not supposed to do anything. That's the
Nope.
whole
Yeah.
deal. But
Mhm.
the issue that I have with these referees in the Premier League is just the lack of consistency. Why is it that
Preach.
Declan Rice gets a red card, and yet Joao Pedro, he kicks the ball like 60 yards out. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? When like after the whistle's blown and he gets nothing, I'm like, huh? Are you kidding me? Are you taking the mic? Like, bro, like referees, like you like I listen. If you have to do like if you have to officiate, I get it. Red card, I can deal with that. Declan Rice, I mean, let's be honest. Rice had like a terrible game anyway.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
can I can live with that. But the one thing I just
Mhm.
don't like is just that these referees are just terrible when it comes to consistency. And
Yeah.
Saka was getting a slide tackle all over the place, and the ref doesn't blow anything. Like, come on now. Um, but aside from that, even when Declan Rice was gone,
Mhm.
I think we had plenty of chances still to come away
100%.
with 3 points.
Yes.
Saka still laid up a good chance for Kai Havertz, I think, in the 76th minute. I think 10 minutes prior to that, Saka did Saka laid up for Kai Havertz as well. But Havertz, I think it was Louis Dunk who just applied pressure behind him and still wasn't able to really finish it, unfortunately. But again, we had like our issue is we're not clinical. That's what it is, simple as. You know what I mean? First half, I think the first 20 minutes we played some electric football, and we really Havertz, he could have come away with at least 2, possibly maybe 3 goals. Saka could have had a chance. Trossard had his chances as well. But again, these boys just are not clinical when they're in front of goal, and that's what really frustrates me. And what even got me worried is now that Odegaard he received that knock as well, and now with international break coming up, I'm like, I hope that doesn't strain him even more. But again, as much as the Arsenal fans want to blame, Ed, I see that comment. Get him a tissue. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I see that. But
why don't tears, my guy?
But look, I mean, listen. The fact is, as much as many Arsenal fans want to blame the refs, which the referee was atrocious, we still had our chances.
Yeah,
and I think
100%.
The boys could have done better. But it is what it is. We move. And now we're in a position where after international break, we don't know if it's true that Mikel Moreno is going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks after that fall that he had.
And how unlucky can you be? What was it? He fell, and then was it Gabriel who landed on him or something? Was it Gabriel? I don't know.
Imagine, Sophie, getting paid bags of money just to injure your own players.
When like injuries happen like that in training, I'm just y'all are doing too much. You go injure your own player. Of course I can see that, but what the hell is this? When I found that out, I was livid. Like I just don't get it. I just don't get it, bro. With this club, it's hard. It's hard to be happy. It's just hard to be happy. Broski, it's the same with my club. They don't want to see us happy, bro. They don't want to see us happy.
They don't want to.
They want to see us miserable, literally. But yeah, I mean, I hear that the thing with so like what Ed says here, the red is definitely fair based on the rule book. I hear it. I see it. Personally, I felt like it was a bit light. Like, and what you said, Will, very important. Where is the consistency? Because I remember as well when I think it might have been the 0-0 Man United between Liverpool at Anfield, and Dallo got himself sent off. He got 2 yellow cards. I believe one was maybe like might have been a tackle. It was something like, okay, a fair yellow card. Second one was basically him talking back at the referee. He got himself a yellow card for that. So he got sent off. But then you had in the same game, Darwin Núñez should have been sent off as well. I think Van Dijk in other games after that was literally doing this gesture to the referee, like basically kind of insinuating, "Are you drunk?" And he doesn't get a yellow card for that. I'm like, excuse me, there should be like, huh? And there's been other stuff. So I'm like, okay, so he kicked the ball. I don't even think he was like super. It was like a little bit kick. It's no big deal. Can we have a little bit of shithousery?
No.
We have. Remember the what was the other game that you guys had? What was that game where several people were kind of kicking? Aston Villa. What it was? It was, what was it? John McGinn kicked the ball, and then it was Ben White who kicked the ball back.
Oh yeah.
That one.
Yeah,
should that not be yellow card for people?
Yes, that should have been.
Like, let's be honest, right?
It's like, again, it's just one of those things though, Soph, that these refs, again, they just are not as consistent as you want, and every season is going to be the same thing. Like they will just release a statement saying that, oh no, we messed up, shouldn't have been the same, and like we should have changed that. That shouldn't have happened. But yet, when I feel like, as much as us Premier League fans, as much as like us supporters will try to really will strike against some of these refs. Like, when will the refs will actually take some accountability?
Yes, like you were wrong.
Like they
I'm
need to
sorry.
like take some accountability to a point where, okay, listen,
Yes.
you made a terrible call, you know, that happens, but like, brother, if it happens consistently where you guys still make bad calls, you itself, like referees themselves, need to get some disciplinary action as well, because
Yes.
this is where the Premier League's credibility comes down as trying to be like the best league in the world. You know what I mean?
100%. This is why, like, and for me, I'm a United fan. There's no need for me to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could have been shameless and be like, no, it's not. But I also need to think, but what if that was my team, though? If that was my team, I would be pissed. And this was something similar with my team. And to be fair, that one did even minor. But I didn't think that what Declan Rice did, it wasn't like, let me kick the ball like deliberately long away. It wasn't.
It
It was
wasn't
little.
anything. It wasn't anything serious. Like it was like a small, like
It was
it literally
little
like
thing.
tapped. It tapped off his heel. It literally
I,
tapped off his heel,
and you
Sophia.
gonna get a yellow card for that?
And bro gets a red.
I'm
I'm like,
sorry.
are you taking the
I'm
piss? Like,
so sorry. Let's be honest. That to me, that is mad.
no.
I would be pissed if that was me. Like, yes, you can be, of course, annoyed maybe with Declan Rice, because there are some Arsenal fans that think Declan Rice didn't need to do that. But I just, can we have a little? I feel like football is too soft now. Are we? Can we have a little shit housery? Just a little bit, a little bit. When is it
Um,
okay for us to have a little bit and then not at all? Like, I don't get it.
and
It's like
it's
you're
funny.
picking and choosing.
And I feel like when we have this, when we have like we also have VAR. We also have this technology.
Yep.
Why can't you not utilize VAR? I don't know if we're able to for this kind of decision, but
But
why
they should consider it.
we should consider it, because this
Yeah.
kind of decision affects teams. Like, for
Yes.
example, us after international break, we take on Tottenham,
Yeah. Without
and
Declan Rice.
without Rice and without Mikel Moreno, like,
True.
we are in a terrible position at the moment in terms of
Yeah.
our depth. But
Yeah.
this type of issue is basically like, it does affect us severely. So I feel like the refs who are now exposed to this type of technology like VAR utilize it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And listen,
Yes.
and listen to anybody and to everyone who's who's watching, this stream. I'm not trying to like say, oh, what was Arsenal? No, listen.
No.
The thing is, trying to put in the position, like, say if this was, Everton, say if this was
It would still
it,
not be
Southampton,
okay.
Ipswich Town.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
Every club every club in this league will get affected if this sort of situation had happened. You know what I mean?
100%. No, I agree. I just, like, where do we draw the line though? Because I just don't. Basically, the key word here, guys, is consistency. It's okay
Exactly.
if you're saying this is what's going to happen if you just kick the ball, whatever it might be, that's going to be, you will be rewarded yellow card. Okay, I'm okay with that. But you need to make sure that that then happens for everything, because you can't have a João Pedro who literally just kicked the ball long. He was nobody was close to him. Nothing. Kicked the ball for no reason back to the goalkeeper. I'm so sorry. Should that not be a yellow card?
Should have been. And I listen. The more like and I'll say this too. I think, like, when I first initially saw it, I thought it was I don't know who it was that did the slide tackle, but initially I thought it was just like a straight kick to Declan Rice, but no, the more that you see it, it was just like in the ball, it just touched his heel. But what I can see why some Arsenal fans can be just duped by it. But if you really take a look at it, he didn't touch him. But again, this is down to Declan Rice, in my opinion, where I feel like I think he just kind of lacks discipline as well. You know what I mean, throughout that game.
And it
I feel
showed
like
in that game.
it showed in that game. You shouldn't have moved when that when that foul happened. Something in his head was lost. Halftime, he was already, spewing Nelson's, I think, to one of the players as well. From
Yeah,
what
he
I
has
saw,
the moments where he can be a bit like, woo, a bit iffy, like I might
and,
lose the type of moment. He has
yeah,
those opportunities
and
where he can
and
do that.
and like I get it, what I mean. It's part of the game where where you're passionate and stuff like that. But at the same time, though, like you have to be disciplined. You know what I mean?
I agree. Also, to kind of wrap up that, that part of the discussion, also do think, okay, I get it where maybe VAR don't really be, okay, we're not going to come in with when it's like a second yellow card, da da da, but maybe they should consider doing it though.
Yes,
Maybe they should. I don't think it would be a bad idea to consider going in and be like, because they do need to think about if you do get a guy sent up, that changes the whole game. And to think, was that clear and obvious? Check that out. Let's help him out. Maybe it's out. Maybe we saw something he didn't do. Let's help him out. And if he still stands by that, okay. If he
exactly,
still says no, I think he deserved to get a yellow card. All right, all right. You stood on
exactly,
business. You do you.
one
I'll
hundred
consider it.
percent, 100%, and and it's not like the Prem, it's not like Premier League officials have gone to VAR where they overturn a yellow into a red. That has been done before. So why can't they just go into VAR, look at the red, and be like, okay, is this really a red? Like, it's not that you have the technology. Why not just utilize it? I just don't get it. If you're able to do that to overturn a yellow into a red, why not be able to do the reverse? No.
That's exactly my thought as well. If, we have to wait and see what they're going to do. I mean, I believe after the international break, they're going to be integrating the, semi-automated offside thingy. So
Oh,
I believe it's
that's
going to
good.
be after the international. I think that's the case, but it's going to be this season either way. So
Mhm.
that's going to be a good thing at least. So one less thing for the referee to focus on because it takes too long. Like them damn long lines. What are we doing? Photoshop lines and the camera angle is not even properly like. But on the other angle, he's on. So what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like, no, just sort it out. Enough. We ain't got all time. But yeah, we
Mhm.
have to wait and see. Were there other players maybe in this game for you? It can also be Brighton. Doesn't just have to be in Arsenal team that
Mhm.
stood out to you either positively or negatively.
Let me just give some flowers over to Brighton as well. I thought that
Yep,
the counter attack should be
yep,
vintage Brighton again.
one
Listen,
hundred percent.
I'll say this again. Do not underestimate Brighton this season. I think Joao Pedro again has shown that when he's in the right place at the right time, he's going to be deadly. He's shown that
Mm-hmm.
to us, and he's shown that to your squad, unfortunately. Um,
Yes.
and that's the
Very
thing.
good.
He is Brighton's talisman. He in my opinion, even though he has been dropping deeper, what I saw in this game, he's still he is as influential in that squad that I've seen than I think any of those guys that they have. So I think for me, he has stood out. But
Mm,
as far as that, no one else from Brighton really stood out for me. As far as my club, yeah, I thought Saka did well, creating chances, but just didn't really execute them as well. Um, and yeah, our midfield. I don't know why Thomas Partey been getting a lot of slack. I saw that on Twitter that he's been getting like he's not able to track back or not able to cover the midfield as well in
okay.
the scheme. But I think that's nonsense. I thought Thomas Partey did very well today. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I think so far it's unfortunate, but we get a point and we just have to move on in it. So
I agree. And as sports, aka Nippon, man like Will supports Arsenal.
I'm a
So
gooner.
Arsenal support.
I'm a gooner and as
Yeah.
sports.
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, hey, what's the next game? Who will you play next after the international break? Oh, of
I,
course, we just talked about it. It's Spurs. It's Spurs.
We
Away.
play
Yeah, yeah,
Tottenham,
yeah.
North
Just
London derby,
my damn.
and then after we take on City. So
Nah.
yeah,
Sometimes
and
the FA do be doing that, like but they do that to us as well sometimes, where they're like, "We gonna give you back to back." But with the Man City game, is that gonna be at the Emirates?
no, that's going to be at the Etihad. Sis, let me tell you
Now
this,
they're
right? That week is going to be a terrible week for me because we not only play Tottenham, but because UEFA released the Champions League fixtures, we take on Atalanta during that week, if I'm not mistaken, and then after we take on City. So I'm just like, it's
they've
good.
done you
That week
dirty here.
they did us dirty, man.
They did y'all broski. They did y'all dirty.
I'm
Woo!
gonna be
How was
stressed
your
that week, man. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, because it could be like, oh my god, it could be like, let me paint the picture here. So you got Spurs first, right? Oh
Yeah.
wait, I think you could do, but you never know. I think right now, since Take Rise is not there, it could be, at least for more of a neutral here, it can be a bit more exciting, a bit more tastier. You never know.
Mm.
Well, you can still get it over the line, but let's say you draw or lose. Got Atalanta. Struggle there. Is it away or is it at home? Atalanta. That's probably at
Uh,
home.
I actually that is a good question.
Don't say that's away. Woo! Lord
If
have
that is
mercy.
man, I
I
think
bet.
that should be home.
Yeah.
But because I think we take on Paris Saint-Germain at no, actually, it it is away. It is away.
Yeah. Broski, you need some holy water. I don't know if you're religious. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
but you need something. You might need to pray. You might need to pray. Oh, yikes.
I'm stressed. I'm stressed. People,
Like, it's
you
0
don't
weeks
know.
to, and you're stressed already.
I hate UEFA so much, Sophia. Like I hate them so much. Why do they have to reinvent the wheel, bro? Like keep it the group stage.
Right? Because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it'll make it interesting in a way, but the thing is, I don't know how this is gonna fully work out. And also, I think with the fact that these fixtures are gonna go all the way till January,
Yeah.
the league phase. Like, some games will be played right before Christmas. What are we doing here? In the old format, we were done by group stage was done by November. Round
It
of
was
16
done.
will start in February.
It's just so unnecessary. Again, I mean, just to quickly just touch on that, I'll just say this: it's just basically this is just UEFA just giving the literal middle finger to Florentino Perez for starting the Super League. They basically just took the Super League format and just put it onto the Champions League.
Exactly. Yep.
And so
I agree.
it's just like they're like, all right, we're not going to let you do the Champions. We're not going to let you do the Super League. So we'll bring the Super League to us.
So we're good. Like, thank you for the idea. Thank you very much,
Exactly.
Paris. Thank you, broski. High five. We'll take your idea and we'll make sure you're not going to do it because we're going to do it. It's like,
exactly.
Wow.
It's just straight politics, is what that is.
That is what it is. Damn.
Yeah. But I like this comment there from whatchamacallit, from NS Sports TV. Hot take. I think you lose the North London derby, but you beat Man City. It's funny that you mentioned that because a friend of mine, shout out to Tariq Talks. He did tell me that.
Big up to Tariq.
Yeah, that's the homie for real. But he did tell me that he would rather take a draw to Man City. And no, he would rather take a draw to Tottenham, and we beat Man City. And because that game is a must win. And the thing is with me, considering our now with our additional Champions League games, is looking like that's the more probable or preferable, excuse me. And the thing is, I hate Tottenham, but at the same time, with that high line, we should be able to win. But the thing is, we just make little mistakes. But
Yeah.
If we can get a draw, cool. But I would like to get a victory just because of pride. But that City game, it has to be a must win, just because it just tells what's going to be the season like. And these guys are mentally based players. If they don't get the
Mhm.
victory, it's basically done for these guys mentally. And I don't want these guys to get that feeling at all. So
Yeah. And but that is a very good point. Because they might be like, the gap between Man City then and you guys could be even bigger.
yeah,
Um, and that would be very discouraging because Man City often are the guys that be chasing the others, you know. But if you now end up having to chase them, it's gonna be long. Might as well just give them the 5 feet now. It'll be long. So I
yeah.
don't want that to be the case. By the way, hell
Let's
no.
hope.
But
Let's hope not. Let's hope not. If they do it, like I said, I'm quitting the Premier League and I'm watching NASCAR full time. So
what I'm just waiting for is, if allegedly they do get, you know, the whole 115 thing.
let's hope. I'm
If
praying.
we
I'm
find out they're
praying. I'm
guilty,
praying. Praying.
allegedly we find out they're guilty,
We will be there. We will be there.
everything that they've done, I'm discrediting everything. Respectfully.
I will,
What treble?
yes.
What Champions League? Huh?
Huh?
That didn't happen. Sorry, it
No.
was all a dream. Pinch me. It was all a dream.
Words a biggie. Yeah. It was all a dream. Yeah.
Yep,
But,
yep.
but no, we will be there. If they have been charged, Sophie, I'm gonna tell you this. I will be them. I will be shameless. I will rinse every City fan that I know into existence.
Oh, broski, I work at a school.
Hmm.
The generation, I'm enough. Enough. A lot of them know I'm a big, United supporter, all of that. Damn. And there's, Liverpool supporters, City supporters. A lot of it, especially when it comes to Man City, is to do with, of course, here in Norway, Haaland being the guy. I get it. No harm with that. But it's
Hmm.
just so annoying. They just think we're mugs. They laugh at us. I'm tired. Teach them kids. Enough is enough. These
No.
kids gotta know one day will be your time back again in the gutter with the rest of us, and we shall rise again. While
Speak on it.
oh, I cannot wait.
Speak
If it
on it.
happens, they will hear from me. I will be a pain in the butt. I don't care. I'm a grown up, but I don't care. I'll be petty. I'll be petty. 100%. I don't give a damn when it comes to football. There is no, oh, grown up. So, no, I
No.
don't care.
Listen, anybody can get the pettiness, and I respect it
Anybody can get it.
100%.
100%. Big up to Namilia says late to the show, but we will get cremated to damn tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to it. Okay, Brosi, chill. I mean, this might be the famous last words, but I don't no. No. No.
I didn't have the opportunity to watch your preview for it, but
Mm-hmm.
what did you like? If you really if you from like a scale of 1 to 10,
Mm-hmm.
how confident are you into that game against Liverpool?
A 6.
A 6.
Yeah,
Mm.
6. I'm not
What
like
makes you
super
come to that
confident, but I'm
conclusion?
I'm, I'm okay. I'm like, if he okay, it really depends on what Ten Hag does in terms of like which players are you going with.
Right.
Right now, we know Mount is injured for several weeks. Bless his heart, but he injured. Okay? So it won't be like any false nine. You have to then bring in a Xerxes. Call us. Make sure that happens. Number two, take Harry Maguire out after the shambles that he did against Brighton. Take him out,
Mhm.
bring the Delict in. Solid. Because literally at the back, you have Martinez knows, the whole former Ajax system, but he knows Mascherano very well. You have
Right.
Mascherano and Delic know each other, both Ajax and Bayern. You got Onana that knows all of them. Dallo is maybe the odd one out, but still, he'll do his thing. So form the relationship. That's what I want to see. I think the back will be solid. Midfield, Casemiro, you got to continue the more good form that you've been having. Copymeno, do you think? Bring Bruno back in the 10. Rashford, though, that's kind of the curveball here. But he be showing up for Liverpool. He loves playing against Liverpool. He loves it. So if he doesn't show up, then he needs to be dropped for Southampton and for this foreseeable future.
Do you think really? You would go that far?
Yes, because it's been Broski, I watch every I'm tired. Enough is enough. Tired.
Nah,
I'm
saying
tired.
saying that he needs to be dropped against Southampton is crazy. Come on now, you're taking the mick.
I'm being serious.
You're being dead serious. You would drop him against Southampton, the worst team in the Premier League right now. Nah, Sophie, you're moving mad still, man.
Broski,
come on,
brother. 100%. I would, because the thing is, though, if you're gonna constantly not show up, because I know there's still a player in there, but my patience is running very thin with the Marcus Rashford this season.
Wow, it's like that. Okay, I hear it. Okay.
One more time. Literally, brother, I'm tired. We're not playing games here. If I could terminate Anthony's contract, I would do it right now. I don't give a
now
damn.
That I hear it. That 100% I hear it. I got you on that one. Oh my days. No.
And this comes to me, but the thing with Rashford, there's a big, I keep saying this, I said it on so many multiple streams. It's a big disconnect between him and the fan base. Something's not right. When he entered that pitch, something's not right, man. I don't know what it is. I'm not going to sit there and talk about a guy's mental health because I don't know. You don't know. I don't want to be that person. But the joy doesn't seem there. And I don't like being like, oh, this person's lazy and that. I don't like using that type of language towards people because it's just, it's not it. But if we're just focusing on the footballing aspect, he doesn't seem like he enjoys playing like he used to. That's sad. That's sad to me. I don't know. This is just my opinions, bro.
It's completely justifiable. I think because obviously, because you made a great point last week when you're comparing Martinelli to Rashford, and it's one of those things where in Martinelli's case it's more like his confidence has been shot after he had a great season. You know what I mean? But us fans, like us Arsenal fans especially, were clamoring for him to have that great season. And same thing with you guys as well, having Rashford to go back to his former glory and start banging in goals left, right, and center.
Yeah.
But I think in Rashford's case, I do completely agree. I think there's something there where he's like, I feel like, at least in my opinion, whenever I see Rashford play, it's like I feel like he's hungry for a different challenge. I feel like he's like one of those teams where he's been a Man United player for a long time, and I feel like he wants to. I mean, at one point, it definitely has maybe came across that scenario where he probably would like to explore a different option, for his career.
I think so as well. I mean, there's been links with like a PSG and stuff like that, so that potentially could happen. I do think. I mean, it's sad. I thought years ago like this guy would be here forever, but I do think that for the best of him, but also for the best of Man United.
Yes.
If this continues, I do think he should go, and I would wish him nothing but the best. I hope he prospers. Just don't go to a rival club. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Were you scared? Were you scared when he was linked to us?
No, because I just didn't think that would be the case. There's no way he would go. It wouldn't be like that. There's no way.
Yeah. Nah,
and it's nothing to do with you guys. It's more so like he's Manchester, born and bred. Like that wouldn't happen. No, no. No, literally, no. just being real, you know. So
No.
yeah, I think if he goes, it would be abroad. And right now, you know, there's so many British players that we've seen that been going to the likes of, you know, Serie A. That's a good league to kind of reignite your career and show something with the likes of Scott McTominay. You got Tammy Abraham and Tammy Abraham, you know, to Roma, but now he's going to Milan, you know, cooking with
Yes.
Tomori and Ruben Loftus-Cheek and them men like, and you have Ben Godfrey that just went to Atalanta, like Billy
That's a
Gilmore as well to Napoli. Like there's there's opportunity. He could go to PSG with a new project that they're having right now. That might happen, and he might cook there. I generally think wherever he goes to another league, I think he could cook, but he needs a change of scenery. 100%,
Mm.
he does. So, oh, but we'll see what happens for sure. Big up to Eddie. Hope you're doing well, broski. Do subscribe to his channel. And I'll remind you guys again, subscribe to Man Like Will's YouTube channel. Handle is in the title, but also in the description. So show him some love. Nimilia says, girl, Ten Hag is confused. He says he wants to be the best transition team. Watching against Brighton, we started in a more possession-based style. He got a 9, but plays Bruno into false 9. The thing is, though, he hasn't really been saying for this season that he wants to be the best transition team. He said that for last season, not this season. So, yeah, and with the playing Bruno into false 9, I think he's kind of to try to shoehorn in a mount to have maybe a bit more legs in the midfield. But now the mount is not there. You will be having, I mean, I will be shocked if you don't have a Xerxes playing up top. Then I'll be, questions shall be asked tomorrow if that happens. But let's maybe, is there anything else you want to add to the Arsenal Brighton game, or should we maybe move on to the West Ham Man City game?
I think I spoke enough when it comes to Arsenal.
Yeah.
I think we should maybe move on to the rest of the games. It's been very good games today.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, big up to Nick for the kind donation. Big up. What currency is that? Is that bad with currencies?
MYR. I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know. I have no idea. But thank you. Didn't send in a comment, but thank you. Thank you, Nick. That goes a long way to help to support the channel. So thank you for your kind donation. Big up to you. And if you were supposed to send something like a chat, you can just write it down. You don't have to send anything new, just hey, to you. West Ham Man City, Lord have mercy upon us all. Haaland Hattrick. This is his, what I believe, when the commentator said this, I was like, damn. In his senior career, it's his 24th hat trick, career hat trick in his senior career. He's now, I believe, I think 3 goals away from 100 goals for Man City. The guy has been here 2 years. 2 years. 2 years. People was questioning him last season. People saying, nah. Like, you had a Roy Keane telling people that he's a League 2 player. I'm like, huh?
Roy Keane's a crackhead. And
I love Roy Keane. I love Uncle Roy. I love me some Uncle Roy. But he had too much crack that day.
Yes, he did.
That crack was cracking. Give me whatever he has. Lord have mercy. That crack was cracking indeed. Because that was a vile and outrageous statement to give. But yeah, Haaland, because don't get it twisted. Man City were cooking in the first half. Second half, though, they had struggles with West Ham. Kudos had one big opportunity to make them 2-2. Oh,
touch off the crossbar too, man.
Oh, they had opportunity. They had a lot of chances, West Ham. But Haaland said, hell no, with the wonder strike to make it 2-1. Okay? And then the third goal, Kalas, done. Hat-trick. Could have also scored a fourth goal. Close. Very close. But I believe Fabianski saved that.
That second goal from Haaland as well. That link up play between Jack Grealish and Rico Lewis, man. And what a strike from Haaland, man. When I saw that net was about to topple over. Like, wow.
That's such a good goal.
And I wanted to get your thoughts on this. Like,
go ahead.
I know you are a huge Doku fan, But do you think, based off Jack Grealish's performance today, do you think he offered a little bit more in this game compared to what Doku would have if he started on the left?
Yeah, technically, yeah. In certain games like this, Jack Grealish's, you know, kind of intelligence worked better than I think with a Doku's rawness. Doku still has some way to go with the decision making.
Mhm.
He and I think once he gets that over the line, he'll cook.
Yeah.
But you do see kind of like the levels to the maturity, and of course both are different. Even though, to be fair, though, Grealish at Villa was a lot more like direct than it is now in
100%.
this, Pep system. So he can add that as well, but it kind of depends on what Pep wants, of course. But
Mhm.
I do think Grealish did his thing. Yes, maybe the numbers might not necessarily fully be there, but
Mhm.
there are other aspects that he does offer. I just feel like we don't maybe always see it, but today he showed up. So I gotta put my hands up and say, hey, the only thing you would need is more consistency. You just want to need more of that.
100%.
That's all.
I hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Defo.
Mm.
Defo. And to your point,
Yes.
when it comes to him not being as direct in this City team as opposed to as he was in Aston Villa, I think you would now like. I think many people have seen this before, where when you look at the directive, like the directiveness and progressing the ball forward, you have the likes of Kevin De Bruyne, and you also have Bruno. You also have Bernardo Silva to really apply that directiveness instead
Yes.
of Jack Grealish. Really, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I
100%.
guess in a way, when it comes to Pep, I mean, like I kind of like, even though Pep, say what you will, he is like a genius, but at the same time, when you see a player or what he has done previously, you kind of like it's for him, for like a player like Grealish to enter his system or whatever, you kind of have to restrict him, and some what really highlights him to be great. But you know what I mean. But hey, it works out evidently. But again,
it worked out. Now it's just about, are you going to continue with this? I mean, if you continue playing like this, then hey, you're solidifying that spot basically.
yeah.
And it did their thing without Rodri wasn't even playing, and they couldn't.
No, it's crazy enough, and that's a thing. You brought up that whatchamacallit, this City squad really did struggle. It's because they don't have Rodri in that team. Without Rodri, Man City are pretty much exposed.
They are. They're definitely exposed because they're literally, if West Ham just had their proper shooting boots on, it would have been more goals. It could have been a lot more even.
Yeah.
Could have ended in a draw. Yeah, they were very unlucky, 100%. So City is, they can be got at. Yeah. But it's also about having that. That's why they have like the most prolific goal scorer at the very moment, because you need that. You need somebody that can get you over the line when needed, and that's exactly what Haaland did today. So it's annoying for the rest of us. It 100% is for the rest of us who don't be supporting Man City. Damn, it's annoying. I'm happy for Haaland, just Haaland alone, as like a fellow Norwegian. Like, I'm happy for him, but it's just annoying that he does it for Man City. That's the only thing. It's annoying. Oh, Malaysian. Oh, thank you, Nick. Okay. So, okay, I learned something new. Come on.
Malaysian mandem in the build.
Hey, we international over here. Come on now.
Hey.
Pick up. With West Ham and Man City. What is Man City's next game after the international break? Do you know?
Let's take a look. Let's see. So
Southampton. No.
It's Chelsea. No. Psych. It's Brentford. So they take on Brentford.
Oh, it's Brentford. Is it at home?
Yes, they're playing at the Etihad.
You might see another hat trick. Might as well just keep him as my captain for now. We might see.
And that's the thing too. Like as much as I don't like Haaland, you know, I mean, he definitely helps me out with my FPL because I forgot to do it yesterday, and I got 50 points. So yeah, big up Haaland, yeah.
Yes, 100%. It really helps out. Ay, ay, ay. Like when you saw the second goal, it's like, damn it, go
It was
ahead, go
and,
ahead. And he scored a hat trick. Like it sucks, but it's like, but my FPL though,
and
but my
that's
FPL,
my
you know.
FPL though, like for real though, and you know, like it's crazy to really think about it though. Like for me, even though like my club is competing against that monster. It, when I look at Haaland and people who criticize him, saying that all he has is just he can't really do anything else, I'm like, well, that's what he's been doing before. He did that in Dortmund. He had one thing on his mind, that was to score goals.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's what what I mean. That's the whole link up between him and Jadon Sancho was that made it so electric. So I don't get where all this criticism is. I feel like when Pep I'll just say this. When Pep signed him, he needed one thing. That was a goal scoring machine. Because when Sergio Aguero left, he had no one else. Exactly. So he got his monster. So fair play.
Fair play. But I don't know about you, but I feel like he's kind of okay. He changed up his game a little bit for these two games, though. I feel like I've looked, he's been a lot more involved. Like he was tracking back as well. There were moments where he was battling it out with an Antonio. Like, what the hell are you doing down here? But the grind, he did his thing. He won that battle. So and the thing is, though, I've been following Haaland for years. Like I heard about him back way back when he scored a triple hat trick in a Norway under-17 World Cup game.
That was against Honduras. That was against my country.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, I did not try to put dicks.
Listen. This is mad still, You know what I mean? This is just legendary, fam.
It just slipped out. That didn't mean like that.
That's where the hatred for Haaland started.
I understand. I pick up to Egal Talks Football for the raid. Hey, pick up. I appreciate broski. Pick up to you. Thank you. People do subscribe to Egal's football. He's been on the channel before, so big up to the bro. He's an Arsenal fan as well. Show him some love. He's great. He's great. That's all I'm gonna say. He's great. So yeah, show my brother some love. And big up to those of you who are new. Subscribe to the channel. Welcome. We just hit 3K today. If you want to be a part of the journey, next goal is 5K subscribers. So let's make it happen. And do also subscribe to Man Like Will. We've been talking about Arsenal, Brighton, Sterling to Arsenal, and Haaland being a freak of nature, because that guy is insane. He's insane. Lord have mercy. But I want to also, I didn't watch the other games, but because I was basically, I watched like the first half of the Leicester Villa game, and then I was kind of like checking the scoreline here and there while I was streaming for the Man United match preview, right? The one that I kind of want to tune into a little bit is the Everton Bournemouth game, because that game was insane, is what I heard.
Project
relegated. I'm letting y'all know. Relegate these men.
Everton. Yes.
Championship. Technically they haven't really been relegated. Put them down. Okay, no, get them down.
Speak on it. Relegate them. They must go down.
Your luck has run out. Your luck is finished.
Waste of space in the Prem. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You will have the greatest and the beautiful arena in the championship. Mark my words.
Tell it louder for the people at the back because people gotta hear this. And I got no beef. What type of beef should I have with Everton? We goofy over here. I got no beef with y'all. But enough is enough. You have been having lots of lifelines. You got point deduction, no point deductions last season. You still here. How are you 2-0? Listen to me. Will, Broski, listen. I believe, okay. Check, I'm live, right? Let me just check. I'm just checking my FPL. Not that I had Everton players, but I just checking FPL. I see they're 2-0 up. Okay. After we're done with the stream, me and Douglas were just chatting, and I just quickly checked FPL, and I see 10 minutes later, the game ended. How were they? They were 2-0 up, and they lose 3-2 at the end. Bournemouth scored 2 goals within 9 minutes. The last 9 minutes of the game. And you would think maybe Everton lost another guy. Last game you got Young getting, sent off. Maybe that might happen. Maybe we'll say, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a name. Somebody, I don't know, anybody got sent off. Okay, will make sense. No, nobody got sent off. Will, they were 11v11.
No.
Will, talk to me, bro. Talk to me.
First of all, I'm gonna say this, yeah. Like I said, I have full belief in Operation Relegate Everton because, again, as you perfectly said, the amount of chest that these Everton fans have after just escaping relegation is insane. The fact that Leicester went down, former Premier League champions, before Everton is peak. That pissed me off. I wanted Leicester to stay up when they got relegated, and the fact that Everton stayed, I hated Everton more than ever because they cry about these point deductions, which I get it. You know what I mean? If City the City should get, if they get away scot-free with these points, why does, teams like, Southampton and Leicester and Everton get point deductions or what have you? I get that. But you crying me a river over all of this, and yeah, you had this chest to say that you're one of the greatest teams in the world. Sit down. No, it's like you have been in the Prem for how long, and you have nothing to show for it. It's just a waste of space for Everton to be in the Premier League. I need someone else to come up, fam. That's what it is. I need someone new to freshen up the Premier League.
Yes,
and it just needs to happen.
100.
They need a wake-up call.
They do, and this needs to. They do need a wake-up call because enough is enough. This is Sean Dyche. I like you. I ain't got no issue with you, Uncle Roy. I don't. But Roy? Or Uncle Roy. What am I saying? Uncle Roy. Sean. Uncle Sean. Yes, pick up the duck out. Yes, 31 people watching. Pick up. But only 13 likes? Excuse me? You're at somebody's home. Take your shoes off before you come into the door. Get the likes up. I don't want to see 30 likes. Come on. Help a sister out. All right? Lord, did you watch any of or before we go to any of the other games, you want to add something more to this Everton game?
Oh, I was going to say yes, man. Listen, Stone Cold Sean Dyche, please just do me a favor, man. Just relegate the squad. Just do me that much. I need it to happen. It's all I have to say. Calvin Lewin needs to be in the championship. I need to see it. It's written in the stars.
Yes. Because that guy has been linked to your club. He's been linked to my club. Enough.
No.
Enough.
I don't need him. I don't need him.
No. We good over here. No. No, thank you. We are okay. We're doing just fine. Nah. Yeah, yeah. Nah, I hear it. I mean, okay, so that was that game. Other than
Mm,
that, like I said, I just watched the uh, what should I say, the Leicester Villa game, and I realized I completely wrote the wrong scoreline because it was Villa that won against. Yeah, it was the wrong scoreline, but I'll fix that. Either way, Villa won. Unana, Unana,
oof.
give me that Unana. I wanted that Unana. Damn, Unana. I'm to Unana. Such a good player, amazing player. That guy. Will talk to me.
Now I'll say this. Onana surprised me in this game.
Mm,
I thought he really bossed up that midfield very well. Um, I was impressed by that set piece. Oh my god, that set piece that what was it that Villa took? Um, what was it? I think it was Jacob Ramsey. Jacob Ramsey who started
yeah.
off, and he I just found Onana there, right place at the right time, and he still kept the form. And that's the thing about Villa; they were really pressing. They were pressing
Mm-hmm.
last very well. Um, and big shout out to Jacob Ramsey as well as Rogers, who's been making waves
Yes.
since the start of the season. So big up to him.
100%. Mm-hmm.
Though Ollie Watkins, it's a
It's
bit
looking a
peak
bit
though.
spooky here.
Yeah,
Couple
Ollie
chests
Watkins is not
again. Where
great.
he's missing. Ollie, where you
Yeah.
at, bro? Where you at, Ollie?
Do you reckon? Do you reckon like he might he? Do you think this is like just like a slow start for him, or do you think that he might eventually turn that tide like after international break?
I think it might just be a slow start. I still reckon there's a player there. I don't believe like he's just now not good overnight. No, 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 no.
Yeah,
It might just be a slow start. It's been you saw he did his thing in the Euros when he came in and stuff like that for England. So I think it might just be a little bit of a slow start, and once he gets going, he'll be cooking. I think so, at least.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Hmm. Hmm.
Fair enough. Um, but yeah, it's one of them ones where I feel like it's just like I think that this this game was real where like what should call it? I feel like Leicester City if they really had like their 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 game like
Hmm.
their their like their defense structured, I feel like they
Hmm.
would have done well.
Hmm.
Um, maybe potentially could have done like a proper counterattack,
Hmm.
but I think Leicester just kind of like fell short, unfortunately. I don't know how you felt.
It could be, to be fair, maybe, yeah. If they did, the thing is though, I didn't quite catch the second half, but like with the first half, like Villa was all over them, you know. So yeah, Leicester, like the first opening game, I believe they were cooking, but then in the other game, I think it might have been Fulham where they didn't lose as well, or did they? Might have it might have been a draw that game as well. So they haven't like started off in the best way either. Um, but you never know. You never know with them. They could start to cook again at some point, but they do have to kind of work on some things for sure. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I, and that's the thing. I feel like I hope Leicester doesn't get relegated this time around. I want them to stay up.
Me too.
And
I want Vardy party. I want yeah.
yeah, I think so too. I feel like with Jamie Vardy, this might be crazy, but I think he might capture his second win now that Leicester are back into the Prem. he may be old, but still, there's still something in there. You just gotta wait on it.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, Vardy is he's just a vibe, like,
Mm.
just a vibe like him. Cooking. When it comes to the other games, I did not watch any of the other games. But hey, like you mentioned earlier, and Brahma was cooking for Brentford, doing his thing. Come on now, Brahma.
Yeah,
Somebody gotta snap him up.
and
Surely
Wemo,
he will.
oh, man, certainly someone has to. I mean,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. I think like he would do well for you guys. I think he would do well
Love him.
for you folks.
Yes.
And I think I watched that game, and I also watched the Fulham Ipswich game as well. And
Yeah.
yeah, I I'm not gonna lie. I think that's one of the most. That's probably what that was a great game to watch. Um,
I heard.
and I'll tell you this. Well, let me just say this about Southampton. They look dreadful. That defense
They
is
probably get right back down.
yeah, 100%. I think they're definitely one of the
Hmm.
teams that will go down. Defensively, they're not sharp. I think going forward, they do have that Chilean striker, Brereton Diaz, who I did rate when he performed in the Copa America. Not this one, but I think like a few years ago.
Hmm.
But still, I think I think there's still a player in there, but the problem is just that it's just not Southampton for me. That style of football, it's just so clunky, not consistent. So
No, I hear it. It's definitely not consistent whatsoever. And with Southampton, they gotta sort it out 100%. Some of these lower teams, it's like, what are y'all doing? Just don't try to go toe to toe with everybody. Don't try to go toe to toe. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Sometimes you gotta be a bit more cynical, a bit more, I don't want to say shameful, but you gotta sometimes park the bus. Sometimes you just have to park the bus. And it's nothing wrong with parking the bus whatsoever, because focus on winning, especially when it comes to the smaller teams. I do think it's important to just, especially when it comes to when you promote it, when you get promoted, sort it out. Defense. Defending is key here, 100%. You're on mute.
sorry.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
No, I was saying that no, definitely. I think which is like whenever you come from the championship, it's difficult for to try to
Mhm.
keep it safe. Like when you're in the championship, that league, the levels, however you really perform, you're gonna be like you can be excellent there, but it's a whole different scenario when you're trying to replicate that same form
Yeah,
into the Premier League. You know what I mean?
it
And
is.
I don't know. I and it's surprising to me how Southampton make it here, but still, do you know what I mean? I think
I agree with you.
we shall see how they do, but I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I think that as things stand right now, they'll struggle, and I think they're gonna get relegated. I think they will.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
so too.
yeah, and we're gonna be playing them the opening game, Saturday early Saturday kickoff. I was about to say under the lights, but it won't be under the lights. It will be, I don't know, just early, and
Mm,
away. Which we
really?
should. The thing is, though, we should do our thing, but it's so classic Man United to make it difficult for us. Oh, it's so classic. We better not. If we, we'll talk about that when we get there, because child, I'm not here for any bull crap. Not at all. Pick up to Balkong29 says, hello, what do you think about Galatasaray? I think it's a good team. I think it's a good team. You know, pick up to them. Pick up to them.
Yeah, that's right, man.
Yeah. But
in Turkey.
still kind of, yeah. Still kind of upset with the whole Champions League group stage last season. PTSD.
Yeah. About that.
Really? That.
Did you see the Europa League draw then?
Yeah, I did. I did do a reaction stream to it yesterday. But I haven't seen, like, I know that they posted, like, you know, they announced all of the different dates on the fixtures. I haven't seen that yet. I'll check it later. But I know they also posted for the Champions League for you guys. Are you got Inter, you got PSG and stuff. Hey. Forza Inter.
Listen, that Inter
we shall be there.
I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait to watch that game. As I told you, you know, my uncle's a diehard Inter fan, and I texted him straight away, and I'm like, Uncle, we have a date. We have a date with Destiny. And he's like, we're going to the bar, and we will be there. We will be there in high definition. We're family now, yeah. But on that day, we're ops. So
100% ops. Yes. No, yeah, the family. What family? Excuse me. We ain't family now. For 90 minutes, we ain't family. After that, we'll be family again, or kind of depending on how it goes for either one. But, you know, we'll see. But, yeah. Will, this has been a great show.
Definitely.
It's been a great show.
It has been an amazing show. Yes, I'm so glad.
Another killer show. Of course. Well, yes. Yes. We shall do more of these 100% people. Subscribe to Man Like Will's YouTube channel. Handle is in the title of this video, but also in the description box. Subscribe. Show him some love. Seriously. An Arsenal fan makes great content. Show him some love. Kalas. Done. Just do it. Do it. Yeah, of course. Let the people know what you got coming up next on your channel.
Yes. So, tomorrow I will be doing a stream. I'll be doing a Serie A stream. Actually, I'll be doing Napoli versus Parma. I'll be doing a stream for that. And yeah, see, it's not just Premier League I'll be doing. And
I love it. Yes,
ma'am. And I will also be doing on Monday a review of a live stream review of the Arsenal Brighton game, with a few of my guests I have on here. So yeah, man, it should be dope to have. So
yes,
I would love it if you guys could come by and join and just show some love.
100%. So guys, you'll know the deal. You know what he got coming up. So make sure you head on over, like it, all of that good stuff, of course, and subscribe. For me, I will be doing 2 streams tomorrow. I'll probably do like a quick one, review and talking about like the Newcastle Spurs game, Chelsea Crystal Palace, before then doing a reaction of Man United versus Liverpool. Eddie, let me know on WhatsApp. If you're around, hop on. We'll do another reaction after the game. So let me know. And I'll send you the link because, hopefully we won't be ranting. Hopefully it'll be like, yeah, because it'll be so annoying if we lose that game and we have like about 2 weeks international break. I have to go to work on Monday. Hear the kids say, because they were telling me, you lost to Brighton, man. You lost to Brighton. United. Sure. I don't want to hear that. No, I want to hear United won against Liverpool. Yeah, I want to. Y'all don't know.
That game's going to be tougher, though. That game's going to be meaning a lot more. The Brighton, it is what it is. But if you man, listen, Sophie, if you man lose to those Scousers, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, yeah? I will be there. I will be there.
Bro, It longs. Oh my, I'll be dreading going to work today. I don't think you guys understand. Them kids will let me know. They will let me know. I'm with third graders at the moment. This is who I'm with this school year. They will let me know. And then
Oh,
you got the rest of the school. I already had like, some Liverpool fans as well at, 7th grade as well talking to me during recess. They'll be like, yo, United will lose 7-0. I said, no, we won't. We shall win. And y'all gonna hear me. So I
mm.
need Man United to show up. If not, they're gonna hear from me. So I'm gonna say, pick up Eddie. I will. But yeah, guys, that is that. That is coming up for the channel tomorrow. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you have on the notification bell button so that you don't, miss out on when we have any content up next. Make sure you do check out the preview I did earlier today with Douglas, the Liverpool fan. Great preview. So check it out.
I
And
will do
FPL
that
video
too.
that I posted yesterday, Europa League reaction as well with the match channel. So hey, show it up, show it. But yeah, guys, we'll be going. A wonderful day. I mean, it's night here in Norway. It's like past 10 p.m. So how much is the clock for you now, Will?
Yeah, over here it is actually 4:15.
Oh,
So
you still got the day ahead of you.
yes, yeah.
My day will be ending soon. And then I'll be looking at the Liverpool game. Ooh, we shall
Mhm.
go. Come on, glory, glory, Man United. Let's
No, no,
go.
no, no.
Woo!
More like you'll never walk alone.
That's us leaving. Bye-bye. Bye.